We all want a clean and tidy home, but I know that a lot of us struggle with clutter. And as I've been Swedish death cleaning and decluttering my entire home and reading the comments from you guys, I've been thinking about why do we have so much clutter in the first place? I know there are the obvious reasons, and I know there are the reasons that people say you just buy too much and you acquire too much and you just kind of pick up things as you go through your life. But I actually think there are many reasons that are not our fault. Understanding why we have so much clutter in the first place is the key to actually solving the problem and helping us become uncluttered. So today I'm sharing 5 reasons why we have so much clutter, and even better, what we can do about it. What I'm gonna say might surprise you because I have a feeling that the reasons I'm going to share are not the reasons you're thinking. So I'm gonna say something that's gonna probably make me sound really old, but back in the day, things were made in a very high quality way. They were a much better quality than they are today. Just think of things like furniture, toys, clothing. You can still find quality items today, but you really need to figure out what those brands are and really seek out that quality. I actually have baby toys that were mine from like the 70s and the 80s that I still have. I have this top, this like Fisher Price top. It's really old. Obviously, I think it's probably from the 70s. I played with it when I was a kid. It's made out of metal, and my kids played with it. All 3 of my kids. I played with it. My sisters played with it. My cousins played with it. It is in perfect shape. It was made in the US, high quality material. They still sell a similar top to this. It is made of, unfortunately, cheap and flimsy plastic. The quality just cannot compare anymore. So my reason here as to why we have so much clutter is because everything is so cheap. And I don't just actually mean cheap in quality, because with that cheapness in quality also comes a cheapness in price. People want what they want, when they want it, they don't want to pay a lot of money for it. People would rather spend less money and have more stuff than spend more money for quality stuff. And I believe that this phenomena has caused us to become so cluttered, because when goods are very cheap and you see people buying lots of things and people are demanding lots of things, it's so easy to get caught up in it and become cluttered. And then what happens is we accumulate possessions that are not durable, and we end up using them for just a short time before we have to throw them away and buy more things. Okay, this next reason, and don't worry, as we kind of get through these reasons, I'm gonna give you the fixes for these, but this next reason is the proliferation of social media. According to a report I read, 29% of social media users they report that they're more likely to buy something on the day that they use social media. That means once they see a product, they simply click and they buy it. They don't even think about it. There's no need to even wait. You don't have to even leave your house. I'm also guilty of this. I will see somebody on social media and they'll be talking about like a new lip product that they have, or they'll be talking about something, and without even thinking, I'll say, oh, that looks great. I will stick it in my cart. I will buy it. It will get shipped to my house. I won't even think twice about it. A $17 lip product here, a $20 hair product there, and before you know it, my house has a ton of clutter. If you enjoy content like this, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. The next reason why people are so cluttered and why you and I are cluttered is because of changing trends. Trends, for some reason, are changing at a light speed these days. And I'm not just talking about, clothing or furniture trends or decor trends, although I am talking about that. Even things that never used to change in trends. I'll give you one example, which is actually very surprising to me, but it's the luxury handbags. They used to make like one handbag a season or one handbag even a year, and that was what they did. Now they're churning out new handbags, and they'll come out with 30 handbags for the spring and 30 more for the fall. And before you know it, that handbag is out of style, and now this one is in style. These are expensive purses. They should not be going in and out of style like this. People buy those bags because they want them to be consistently classic and consistently in style. So even these luxury brands are falling prey to this fast fashion mentality. And I don't know why the trend cycle is so much shorter and why trends are changing so quickly, but I do think, again, it goes back to social media. I think that people are sitting home and they're exposed to a wider array of people and people wearing different things and showcasing different things. And then it's just creating this sense of like, well, I need to have that. And this was in style, but now that's in style. The world is becoming smaller and people are seeing these things, and it's just causing these trends to change so dramatically. I cannot make a whole video on this without talking about consumer culture. I actually think that consumer culture and almost shopping as a pastime is another reason why we're so cluttered. I'll just give an example of my own daughter. You know, she's got some friends and she's got a group of friends that they'll go play sports and go to volleyball together. But then she's got other friends and their idea of having fun is going to the mall and going shopping and using shopping as a pastime. So it's almost like shopping has become a hobby for some people. And I will say the funny thing is, what I've noticed with people who view shopping as a hobby, they are often the ones who complain that they have nothing to wear, even if they have a closet full of clothes. And why is that? I think it's that when you enter a store and you don't have a plan of what you want to buy and you're just there as a hobby, you end up buying things that you don't need and you don't even really necessarily like. You've just bought them. Then you put them in your closet and they sit there and they kind of cloud your judgment of your entire closet. You know, you've got these things that you don't necessarily love and they're taking away value from the clothing that you do love, and it's just really poisoning your whole view of your closet. Then the fifth reason why we are so cluttered is because of external forces or external pressures from other people. This could be pressure from your friends, it could be pressure from your family, it could be pressure to keep up with the Joneses. A lot of people feel like they need to live up to societal pressures. They see their neighbors doing things, they see their friends buying things, and they feel like, well, I need a nicely decorated house, I need the newest car, I need the newest iPhone. Because you're looking for trendy clothes, you're looking for the latest kitchen gadgets, and before you know it, your house is full of things. And I do think that this pressure just causes you to buy things even though it's not what you want and it's not aligned with your values. Okay, on to the good stuff. What can we do about this? Think quality over quantity always. This was like a hard lesson for me to learn, but I often do this now, and I am always looking for quality things. Once I find a brand, I try to stick with it. I also try to look for things that are made in the US. I try to look for things that are made of high quality materials. Maybe when you're looking at clothing, you think natural materials like cotton, rather than synthetics. When you're trying to buy something, just research the different brands and figure out which ones are known for durability and craftsmanship, repair and maintain. So rather than thinking, okay, this has reached its end of life, I'm gonna toss it or I'm gonna get a new one, think how you can maintain your items, and then when they do go bad, how can you repair them? I'm talking about appliances, even my mixer. I have a mixer that I got almost 20 years ago at this point, just like a hand mixer, and it actually broke. Now the hand mixer itself, I think at the time was like $50. It's KitchenAid, whatever. It's just a normal mixer. I actually researched a YouTube video and figured out how to fix it. This is so weird. I fixed it with a rubber band. I kid you not. I opened it up, fixed it with a rubber band, put it back together. The video helped me do that. And guess what? It has been at least 10 years since I fixed it. That mixer is still going strong. If I hadn't been trying to maintain that mixer, I just would have tossed it and gotten a new one. And who knows, maybe I would have had to have gotten a couple new ones by now. Same with clothing. If it doesn't fit you, how can you mend it? Maybe there are things you can do with like hemlines, buttons. There's all kinds of things that you can do to make your stuff last. And it's a good thing, in my opinion, to do this because, like I said, the quality continues to go downhill. So if you've got that older stuff, try to keep it. The next one is managing trends, and there are so many trends out there right now. Everything is changing. Some things that you can do here is, one of them is you can take a more minimalist approach to not only your life, but also to your fashion, to your decor, to your makeup, to your home. And really think about yourself, like what looks good on you that's not necessarily just trendy. It fits with you, and really try to think classic pieces that look good on you, classic decor that you like. And that way you're not chasing the trends, you're having this classic style that you really enjoy and you surround yourself with it. One of the things that's really helped me here is I have an ongoing shopping list, and I have it on the side of my refrigerator, and I just write things down that I need over time. It could be groceries, it could be home items, it could be clothing. And that way I know these are the things that I'm eventually going to buy. Then when I'm out, when I have pressure to buy something, I just check the list. If it's not there, I don't really need it. The next one is social media awareness. And this one is a difficult one for all of us, but I'm just going to tell you what I do. And one of the things is I have become hyper aware that there are people on social media who are always trying to get us to buy stuff. Obviously, we need to buy things. We need to maintain our life, and I get that. But you know what I'm talking about. There's these videos, the best things to buy on Amazon, the best things to buy at Nordstrom. And you can go and watch those for entertainment. I like doing that. I even like window shopping, but you just need to be careful because you don't want to get pulled into buying something that you don't actually need. And I often find sometimes when I'm influenced to buy something, I end up getting it home and I don't love it as much as I thought I would. I'm not trying to take the fun out of life. I'm just saying go into it with that mindset to know that you don't need to buy just because you've watched something. If you see something you like, maybe put it in your cart, sit on it for a week or two and decide later. The next one is to resist pressure. And this is not easy to do, but some of the things you can do here is to create an identity for yourself that aligns with your personal values. So maybe you want to live a more peaceful life and you feel like if you have fewer possessions to take care of and deal with, that will help you get to that goal of a more peaceful, calmer life. Maybe you want financial freedom or less worry. You want to have energy for the important things in your life. Once you have this personal identity created, let your friends know, let your family know so that they know where you're coming from and how you want to do things. Maybe surround yourself with some friends who have the same identity and similar values to you. And practice being thankful for what you have because we all have a lot to be thankful for. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want to keep it going, I'm going to link a video here. Click on it. I'll see you over there. Bye-bye.